Hey everyone, Furry2 here, and welcome back to Reverse 1999 for a little something of an anecdote, I believe, called The Long Reign of Fate, where we learn more about Madame Beryl Bruninish. I'm still fixing my mic here, I don't know why, but basically, we're going to be learning more about her. How does she figure things out? Like, she is a diviner. But the question is, how far does she see? Will she go with the flow of the River of Fate? What did happen to her during the main story? Who knows? So we'll learn more about her, and we could play a little survey as well to learn more about her abilities. We could at the end of the story. So I think there might be 8 parts, I believe. Maybe chapter 8, I would assume it. Maybe. So on to chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoy the video as well. It is a bit late for me as well, so I might do chapters 1 and 2 in this one. Excusez-moi, don't push me! Oh no, it's Chibi Matilda. Child.
Pardon?
What?
Comme c'est très impoli.
Is this when she was in her student days, maybe? In the hubbub, no one notices the angry little girl. Too small to resist the crowd, she is swept along with it. All the grown-ups are rushing up to the front. I won't be able to see a thing. Now think, Matilda, what to do now? Oh, I've got it. I cannot do much of her energy at small point. Much of her I cannot speak like her at all. And I'm a little tired, so. She carefully backs up. What's she going to do? Still steady enough. She finds a discarded crate and steps up to it. Steps on it. The Foundation hardly ever holds these sorts of parade ceremonies. They've worked with the Bruninish family for years, so I should take this chance to learn more about them. Even better if I can find out their secrets. The safe houses that shelter from that strange lane, for example. How did they find them? Oh, damn it. I'm gonna keep on yawning. I knew I shouldn't start late. She thinks for a moment. Maman made many prophecies for them, all accurate, of course, so asking them for a little honesty is hardly unreasonable. But I do admire the Foundation for their generosity towards our family. I'll be taking over the family business someday, after all. A responsible heir should show her support. A procession dressed in white approaches. The young arcanists walk in... I keep yawning. In dignified unison, solemnly representing their organization. As she catches sight of the orange-haired girl leading the procession, her whispered monologue halts, and her proud excitement falters into uncertainty. Is this where she gets a crush?
Yes.
Who's that? The procession members are all outstanding, but that girl is unmistakably the greatest among them. Anyone could see it. Maman, look! I want to be like her someday, marching proudly at the front. Then you'll have to work hard. Only the best can become a leader like that. The best. Matilda looks around. Everyone's looking at her. Oh. The orange-haired girl passes by, and soon Matilda can only see her back. Thoughts swell in her chest. Her heartbeat quickens. It is either jealousy or a crush. Then she leaps from the crate and runs without looking back. What's she gonna do? I have too. Aw. Upon seeing what's inside, she stops, slowly stepping aside. A thin woman sits, her hands clasped. Sorry, I'm going to keep yawning because I know I'm a little bit tired and it's going to be late. Again, I will keep saying it. Clasped together as she gazes in an anxious hope at the lady with the crystal pendulum in hand. Madame Buoniche, can my daughter be cured? Beryl does not reply. Her expression is calm, her eyes half lowered. So many people came to Maman for help every day. The girl sighs as though helpless, though the pride on her face is unmistakable. Her mother is famous for the accuracy of her prophecies. The diviner's words are a ray of light for those in distress. This is the diviner of the Boynish family. Damn it. One day I will be just as spectacular as Maman. Oh man. I'm stuffy today tonight as well. She watches her mother with pride, waiting for the pendulum's glow to fade and for her to speak.
No need to worry.
Your daughter will recover. Then what should I do? I've gone to every hospital in Paris. Medicine is not the only cure. Rumors can cause as much harm as any illness. You mean... I understand, Madame Boyniche. Thank you, truly. The woman rises, bows, and hurriedly leaves, a box full of purchased crystals in her arms. She doesn't even notice when one slips out. Huh? Madame, you dropped a crystal! Matilda takes a step forward, but her mother stops her. Procuring those crystals was not her aim. Faced with a future she believes to be certain, crystals have no true value. Then will you have more customers later, Maman? I want to.
Matilda.
I know, Matilda. Go outside and hang the close sign. Beryl picks up the crystal from the floor and looks gently at her daughter. Matilda animatedly describes the procession and the orange-haired girl. Beryl maintains a gentle smile, while her gaze rests lightly on her daughter. She seems distant.
Elle va bien, je suppose.
But if you transfer me there, I will be leading the next procession, I assure you. Then she'll have to watch my back as I walk on ahead. Caught up in her own excitement, she doesn't notice the crystal pendulum in her mother's hand faintly glow again. Maman. Sorry.
Matilda.
Did you fulfill my answer to this request? No, I did not.
Why is that?
There's no need for me to define this. Even if you don't agree at first, I am certain I could convince you. Indeed, it seems you are doing so now. However, if you already knew the answer, there would be no need to work so hard. Matilda instantly picks up the meaning behind her mother's words. Joy blooms in her heart in an instant. She doesn't notice the emotion that flickers briefly across her mother's face. Damn. Maman, you mean...
Certainly.
There is no certain to refuse. Superb! Then I'll... My apologies. I meant no interruption. An unexpected visitor swings open the door, bringing the echoes of the echoes outside with her. Her apology is emotionless.
Pardon?
Didn't you...
Comme c'est très impoli.
I'm not sure she said that. So didn't you read the sign? We are closed. We are not taking...
Matilda.
She looks at her mother in surprise. The usual smile, gentle smile on Beryl's face is a shade fainter. Beryl Boanish, there are none with prophecies as true as thine. In thy sight, the past, present, and future coexist. Is this Arcana? Is this Arcana? Because there is no one else that speaks like her. Literally. The guests thou sawest this day were merely the memories of yesterday, and thou placed the close sign early, just as the future instructed. Yet here I am, utterly unpredicted. Whew. The unforeseen, yeah. Definitely unforeseen indeed. To answer the unanswerable, indeed.
Yes.
Just who does she think she is? Barging in here while I'm having such an important conversation with Maman. Beryl follows routine and leads the guests to the crystal display room. Maman never sees visitors after closing. Why today? If it's Arcana, it has to be. She cannot join them inside, but curiosity drives her to listen as best as she can. Deep in the parlor, translucent light refracts the figures within the scattered shards like a kaleidoscope. I hear one must show sincerity if one wishes for a prophecy from Beryl Boanish. Thus thy clients purchase more crystals than they truly have need of. And thou art content with such an agreement. Typical merchant's logic. Managing a business is no easy feat. You misunderstand. I make no judgment. I too will offer my sincerity, one I am sure I will not disappoint a diviner such as thyself. Matilda pricks up her ears, catching the drifting words, her eyes locked on the shadows on the floor. Madame Boanish, dost thou wish to see my future? Perhaps what thou seekest is but a glance away. What? Maman seeks. The room goes so quiet you could hear a pin drop. After a faint laugh, Matilda sees the pendulum fall and sway in the dark. Oh. A light yet potent force spreads through the room. Every crystal trembles, responding to the diviner's call with dazzling light. The radiance swells, as if trying to burst beyond the small chamber. Madame Boanish, what dost thou see? The question lands softly. Like crystal striking stone, a ringing follows, sharp and piercing. But suddenly the light begins to falter, flickering between brilliance and shadow. What's happening? Crystals tumble onto the floor, one after another, their glow dimming. At last the light contracts and vanishes. First the pendulum in Beryl's hand, then the crystals nearby, then farther and farther, each bursts, scattering shards across the room. How could this be? The diviner freezes, instinctively stepping back.
Maman?
Ignoring all else, Matilda rushes to her mother's side. Oh no, Maman! Your hand is bleeding! You, whatever you want, you are not welcome here! Matilda whirls around, stepping in front of her mother. It seems this isn't the time to chat. I ordered you to leave the parlor right this instant. All her training forgotten, she speaks only from instinct to keep her mother safe. After a long moment, a faint sigh softens the tension, like a hum of a cracking crystal.
Matilda.
She turns. Her mother's hand gently touches her cheek. The cool sensation like a gem freshly mined from the earth, untouched by the sun's warmth.
Maman.
Today, you made a choice filled with passion and resolve. Besides that, there is nothing else you need to remember from today. Drowsiness grows over her, forcing her eyes shut and soothing away her troubled thoughts. This matter has drained all your strength. So now, I need to rest, so I'll have the energy to prepare for transferring schools.
This fee.
So she erased her memory. She falls into darkness. She erased her memory. Can she do that? The linden tea releases a gentle fragrance, but neither person seated at the table cares for it. The host who served the tea takes only a single sip and does not lift the cup again. The taste of this tea was revealed to her long before today. Drinking it now is merely confirmation of it. Thy decisiveness surpasses my expectations. You did not wish the conversation to be interrupted. Fulfilling a guest's needs is a basic skill of any merchant.
However,
I will not deny that this arrangement happens to satisfy both parties. In the display room, Matilda sits slumped against the wall, quietly asleep. I don't know if I should keep going or not, but oh well. Well then, Mana Boinish, what didst thou see? Understanding one another's identities is the premise of conversation. How might I address you, my guest? Arcana? The need of words for clarity must be quite unusual for one of thy abilities. The diviner observes the person before her again, gathering her words. You are unlike any human or arcanist I have ever known. You exist outside the oracles I may perceive. I can only conclude that you are a heterogeneous being, one that even prophecy cannot contain. Please forgive my bluntness. No matter, continue. A haze gathers about you, a darkness the pendulum cannot penetrate, and a whispering circles my ears, endless, incomprehensible. From the moment the guest entered, a damp heaviness had filled the room, the kind of air most unsuitable for storing crystals, like the stifling pressure before a storm.
I see.
I have received your sincerity. I cannot see your future. Your life stream does not reveal its course to me. It is no meager gift to one who claims to see all things. And you are not surprised by this result.
Then,
what
is it you ask?
Yeah, what is it you seek? Oh, the price of a fair exchange. Madame Boinish, when last didst thou fall into the depths of doubt? On the map of fate, all has its destined place. Time loses its linear meaning, and there is no hiding from it. For thou seest it. True, where all things have been, where they now remain, and where they are soon to go. Only there was a rain. Ah, yes, thou hast seen it, and I know of it as well, for I am the one that brought it. The white robes have always given little. They shelter thee from the rain, yet deprive thee of the right to truly see it. A rain that flowed up from the ground.
A rain.
Beyond
prediction.
Yeah, I almost said it too. Just like your visit today. In late 1999, inside a safe house provided by the Foundation, Beryl witnessed the rain flow upward. When did this rain begin? How did it form? Why did it appear? For the first time in her life, the unknown had arrived, bringing endless questions with it. Beryl stared at the rain beyond the window, unable to look away. What I seek is simple. One hint from a diviner. One insight. An answer to a question none other can answer. Madame Boiniche, thou mayest call me Arcana. I knew it. I know no one else in this damn game can speak like this, other than Arcana. Alright, let's continue. Pray tell, how dost thou view the storm? There's some point, again, you're gonna be recruited no matter what. Well, unfortunately for me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to take a break and see if I could continue on to Chapter 3 of The Long Reign of Fate in another day. So, I will see you guys tomorrow and the next day. Bye for now. Have a good night. Alright, it is now Friday, the beginning of the weekend, and we're on to Part 3. A courtyard on the outskirts of Delhi. Few ever visit this place. It is so quiet, it feels as though the sun itself has cooled.
But...
I understand Madame Boiniche needs a quiet place to recover. But this place is in the middle of nowhere. Surely no one will travel all this way just to buy crystals, will they? Gem Hunter, having left with the lively gem market, can't help but sigh. She walks toward the side room at the corridor's end, a conversation drifting over from it. So, in more punk. Oh, is that during the event with the Kalabana? Okay. In the room, a lively young girl is talking rapidly before Beryl. She hears movement from outside and turns.
Bonjour. You must be the jewel hunter Maman spoke of, right?
Yeah, she got dialogue. Oh, it's when she gets her costume when she went travel to India. Yeah. A young face that resembles Beryl at first glance, yet is entirely different upon closer look.
Goodness!
So Madame Boiniche really does have a daughter. Never expected, huh? What radiant celestial energy you have! The great Matilda must not miss this chance. A diviner must also learn to read the symbolic language in the stars. The conversation between mother and daughter continues. Broom chooses not to interrupt their reunion. She quietly organizes the crystals Beryl has not yet put away, watching her from the corner of her eye.
Matilda.
Do you believe that by borrowing the power of the stars, you may truly see the future? When the shifting of celestial faces mirrors the relationship between the universe and human destiny.
Then...
And once you join the Foundation, what will fate mean to you then? It is in the angle of the moonlight? Or wait, is it in the angle of the moonlight? Or the image shown in a crystal ball? She poses her daughter a rare question. Broom stops what she's doing and looks back at Matilda. Matilda shows the same confusion and hesitation she feels inside. No, that is only the shallowest edge of fate. Fate gives us guidance. It is precise, but it requires spirit to comprehend. Still, I believe that every omen in this world is part of the myth of... why did I say myth? I meant of the path of destiny. The diviner smiles, saying nothing.
Maman, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
No, nothing. You are just as you were. I'm glad to see it. From the moment you asked to transfer schools, your choices have followed the stream of fate. Beryl seems to return to her earlier demeanor.
Aha!
This is a test, isn't it? For one diviner to another.
This fee.
Naturally. And you passed. Go water. Seeing Matilda's joy, Broom furrows her brow. I don't think we ever met with Beryl during that event. Most of the sapphires circulating the trade are fakes these days. I plan to go directly to the mining site. With Matilda gone, Broom finally has a chance to explain her next plan to Beryl. During her final moments in Paris, the gem hunter and the diviner formed a partnership. Now their search for the rare Kashmir sapphire has brought them to Delhi.
I see.
And then I will have to trouble you to make the trip. Yes, Adele. Is there something else you wish to say?
Madame Boaniche.
Were you truly praising Matilda just now? Yeah, I could never tell with that face of hers. Like, it's all like neutral. Barely an emotion. It's no wonder you would ask that question.
As you can see.
I believe I made myself clear. But...
Adele.
Take this orbiculum. Crystal messaging will be more stable than a communicator in the mines. It will keep us in contact should anything go wrong. She shows a gentle smile. Broom accepts the orbiculum, understanding she should not press further. Right. Whew. It is... what? Almost 3 o'clock and I'm tired as hell already. A month later, the rain flows upward once more, accompanied by zealous pop art. In the safe house, Broom watches Beryl's busy figure in a daze. The sapphire that nearly cost Broom her life is now placed at the corner of the table. Why are you still making that face? I'd have thought you have got yourself together after leaving the mines. Oh God. Felicienne, the escapee of death, lingers on in a jewel. Only the diviner who entrapped her and the gem hunter who shares her life can hear her voice. Then I must be like Madame Boiniche, calm no matter what. Never shaken, no matter what I face. Outside, the rain grows heavier. Meanwhile, the diviner takes her seat. Her hand rests upon the mineral, and the glow of the ritual grows. I only hope Madame Boiniche's ritual is successful this time. At least then, everyone's efforts will mean something. The safe house glows as bright as daylight as every mineral hums in tune. Broom squints, struggling to keep her eyes on Beryl. What exactly is Madame Boiniche seeing? The answer slips away. Again. The Kashmir sapphire reaches its limit and bursts. And the end of a very rare jewel. Fragments scatter across the floor. Failed again.
Madame Boaniche.
Are you alright? Beryl sits motionless, eyes lowered, thinking for a moment. This ritual lasted longer than the last.
I am afraid this is not what I was looking for.
But sapphire is not the most suitable mineral. The stone's value is reduced to nothing. How much would that sapphire jewel be worth? But then again, I don't know how much it would be. But I don't know what good quality a sapphire would be. Madame, you have never answered this question directly. But now, please tell me, what is it you're trying to see through this ritual? Beryl is silent. After a long moment, she lifts her eyes.
The truth you seek, Adele.
Did you
find it when you were out on your search?
I always forget that sometimes it only takes a moment for them to speak here. But then again, for the other dialogue doesn't even show. The storm has disrupted the world. The chaos of this era will bring it again at some point, just like in Paris. Before it stops, there's no predicting which era it will take us to, even for you.
Then,
what is your conclusion? The roles of questionnaire and answer switch. For some reason, the scene invokes a strong sense of deja vu. But she answers firmly. The storm has made life lose all meaning. Beryl lets out a soft laugh. Broom suddenly recalls where this scene occurred. Just earlier between Beryl and Matilda.
Beryl, what's got you so on edge of late?
I don't know how she put up with that. Put up with her. Literally. Alright. Me. Me. Just like Agent Smith. What is it, me? The bluntness of the question cuts through the fragile calm.
On edge?
Sulky, anxious, irritated. Pick whichever you prefer. But that is how you're acting. A rare sight indeed. The ever-composed Beryl Bourniche, even when reveling her terrible taste. Or is it revealing? Revealing her terrible taste, she hides it beneath a false calm. But how to explain such absurd phenomena? The visible disappointment, the mockery with no place to go. You hold an answer only you know. Reveal it to no one, yet expect us all to see straight through it. Your arrogance is well hidden, I'll give you that. Yet still you long for someone who can see what you see. Everyone else is simply too slow, aren't they? Felicienne gasps for breath. She has done her best to conceal her weakness in this confrontation. Ow, my jaw. I yawned and I almost unhinged my jaw. Beryl smiles again.
I see.
So I am anxious then. This is not the smile she uses to navigate social worlds, but a smile born from within, vivid enough to change her whole expression. In the faint lines at the corner of her eyes, the shattered gemstone glimmers softly. None can force me to make a choice. All those possibilities unknown to me. The only one who holds the power to decide is a me that has not yet come to be.
Then it is this new self which unsettles me.
She smiles, gathers the fragments in her palm, and hands them to Broom. Adele, you search for meaning. Would you like to keep them? I mean, you could feed them to the dragon. I mean, it is a ruby dragon. When did I begin to no longer need me and the possibilities it brings? Memories surface before her. Before I was born, the parlor of crystals was nothing more than an old cramped shop.
My mother.
Facing the difficulties of survival, took the box of crystals passed down from her mother. She had no carefully laid business plan. No network built over generations. But she knew the crystals were of good quality and would fetch a fair price. Just as they had for those distant relatives. And with the addition of a few small gifts, many would gladly help her sustain her life. I saw a window set into a stone wall. So Beryl's mother is named Clarine. It was damp, cold, but outside the window was a clear blue sky, where all light gathered. The woman quickly sorts through the tangled thoughts in her mind as she describes what the orbiculum revealed.
Look.
She attempted to push beyond her limits to reach the truth. What does that mean? It's best not to rush. Understanding fate's hidden language requires patience and insight. an ill-matched scene. It means your life may need a turning point, or that you may soon fall into hardship.
As you can see,
Fate was stingy with her, the image it provided ever unclear. She had to choose her words carefully, gently leaving room for retreat. Madame Clarine, do you mean...
You must live cautiously.
Your life is indeed improving. The turning point has already arrived. You must be cautious moving forward. It will determine whether you live outside the window or inside it. Oh, I knew it! Those greedy parasites! Madame Clarine, thank you for the warning. No need to thank me. This is but a small repayment for your generosity. The client leaves, taking the yellow crystals he purchased with him. This was her tactic. After the sale, she would offer a complimentary divination to draw in the curious. She interpreted vague symbols, disguising Fate's turn as gentle care. She even led them to believe that if they followed her guidance, what the pendulum showed was only a possibility, not destiny. Just like the window my mother saw.
and then,
It was a window of a prison cell, and the sky outside was the last view that client would see at the end of his life. Oh. For he would soon face the guillotine. Oh. Well, warning enough. The parasites he spoke of would later join with the police to steal the key to the treasury he guarded. How do I know this? Let me tell you.
Everything's fine now.
The woman gently pats the wailing infant in her arms, pacing the room with a furrowed brow.
my mother.
The crystal business had finally stabilized, and my mother, no longer needing to worry about survival, started a family. But for a long time after my birth, my crying never ceased. My mother lost sleep, grew thinner day by day, and the business, which had just begun to flourish, nearly died to a stump. Her modest divination revealed nothing to her, so she turned her hopes to a doctor. The doctor examined the infant carefully. After a long silence, he removed his stethoscope and shook his head. "I'm sorry, madame. There is only so much medicine could do. I see nothing wrong with the child." Fate has no pity. It had forced endless histories into a mind not yet ready to hold them. Crying was inevitable. So apparently, she developed her divination abilities early on, as an infant. And uncontrollably, she has been seeing futures, or whatever fate has flowed inside this. Yeah, that's gotta be hard. Unbearable for the child. The child, an infant even, never understanding what the purpose of these visions are. They be like nightmares, to be honest. Yeah. Like, it would be, how do I say this? Suffering for infant to develop these abilities. Like I said, it's way too early for her to develop these things. Maybe at some point her mother would knew about it and probably calmed them down. I don't know. When I began to speak, to walk, to step beyond the estate, when I saw the very same people I had seen in those visions.
Only then did I understand. What I saw was a glimpse of the future.
I don't like that I paused mid-sentence before I start reading. Oh well. A law that transcends time and space, reenacting the past, present, and future in endless cacophony. Among its noise, the history of the family called Bourniche unfolded before me. My gift led my mother to believe I was not suited for public education.
And then,
So she kept me at home and taught me everything she herself had learned. The cover of the Revelations of Lenormand hits the table with a thud, breathing out a puff of golden dust into the air. a voice declared to me that the moment of judgment had come for the crowned one. That was Napoleon's defeat in the Lenormand prophecy.
J'ai vu quelque chose aussi, maman.
Oh, that's her as a child as well. She even has the same expression. Brilliant crystals will glitter in our parlor, and customers will come one after another, drawn by our name. Our storefront will be elegant and luxurious, and raw minerals from all over the world will be within our reach.
You mean?
To say,
Allons-nous donner vie à ma vision?
shall we bring my vision to reality? Mademoiselle Beryl, about my fate. Your fate, it takes on an ambiguous form. Wait a moment, it's about to take shape. So fate's fragments drift like scattered lights. Their true radiance only forms when they finally meet. So we could drag the fragments to the correct spots and reassemble them. For fragments too faint for the eye, turn the gaze inward. All it takes is a flash of clarity, which is literally called flash of clarity, is an auto-assemble. I am very much reminded of these puzzles in Honkai Star Rail. Right. There we go. Your fate, so it goes. Okay, that was weird. But it's a very good puzzle for a bit. Thank goodness I can rotate it. Thank you for your reading, Mademoiselle Beryl. Madame Clarine, please show me only your finest crystals, would you? Price is no concern. Please, come with me. A boy in each crystal never disappoints.
And then,
I took my mother's seat, where she once conducted her fortune-tellings. I gave precedence to those fortunes that would please them.
look.
Pardon me? You see, even a brief life will have 1 or 2 moments worth cherishing. As for misfortune, I followed my mother's example, disguising calamities as gentle warnings, and their silver linings as true hope. Thus, people would not fear fate so greatly that they would refuse to enter the parlor. Ah, Madame Clarine! Madame Clarine, your daughter is your greatest treasure. So many spend fortunes just to hear a word of divination from her. I wonder if your good fortune will continue for the years to come.
Huh.
Monsieur Eloy, I suggest you look after your own shop. Beryl says your district may not remain peaceful for long. Clarine sees the nosy gentleman out, then turns to admire her parlor. Just as her daughter foretold, she sits before her, gazing at her with tender warmth.
Beryl,
With every passing day, our parlor flourishes. We ought to be prepared for what will come next.
Beryl, que vois-tu dans mon avenir?
What do you see in my future? She says.
Everything's fine now.
Do not fear that the prophecy will hurt me, Beryl. Look at all we have now. We have built the foundation. We can face whatever comes next. Goodness, you even warned Madame Mireille about her treacherous servant and saved her from the smothering of that pillow. Fate is not set in stone. But she knows her mother, is desperately hoping for good news.
Maman,
Is she gonna tell her the bad one?
dans 3 mois, ta vie sera prise lors d'un vol.
3 months from now, your life will be taken in a robbery. Yeah, she said that in her trailer as well. I wonder what's going to happen during that thing here. So, to look upon doom, right? I guess at some point Beryl will look further into the future of 1999. I guess. Maybe. Monsieur Eloy's words had pierced my mother, allowing her weakness to pour from the wound. Before then, she had never once asked me to read her fate. But she looked upon all she had gained, her life of comfort, and drew false courage from it. It was on that day that she decided to confront it. So she asked me, and I answered truthfully.
Fate always keeps its promises.
As fate would have it. Monsieur Demian, I haven't seen your wife in nearly 2 months now. Still resting at home, is she? Yes, she's quite fragile. She'll need more time until she's herself again. Oh my, I'll be sure to keep her in my prayers. And Mademoiselle Beryl, may I see her today? My apologies, madame. Ever since her mother fell ill, Beryl's been in low spirits. But I'm getting hiccups. But I can relay a message to her for you. I'm certain she will be glad to ease your concerns. He glances around the closed door deep within the showroom, then resumes his polite smile as he greets the next customer. This is where she fears it, huh? Books and crystals press into the narrow room, encircling a small figure at its center. This was where Clarine's career began. She kept it deep within the parlor, like a medal earned in her battle with life.
Les différents.
The infinite contracts inwards, and the light of purification descends. Before all things, it reveals itself, the Sephiroth of the infinite.
And then,
After that, I no longer offer my divination. The future had already realized itself. I was to move on to the next place. Life is only a phenomenon. Only placed beneath fate. Once placed beneath fate, it becomes transparent, its ending visible at a glance.
what is fate to you?
Yes, but what is fate? Why does it hold this absolute power? The teachings of the Kabbalists became my reference.
My mother.
As for Madame Clarine, she was an interesting person. Beryl watches the moonlight through the window. The sound of a fierce argument drifts past her ears and thins into the night.
Are you trying to kill me?
Damien, are you trying to kill me? Oh, she's actually suspecting his wife. Her husband. I said you must not return home now. But this is my home too. And you're my daughter's. Your daughter's. Mind you. We're a family, Clarine. We ought to stay together. To face this coming disaster as one.
Huh.
No, your presence will only push me closer to death. The wretch may have followed you in already, hiding in the kitchen with a knife, waiting for midnight to strike. Clarine, stop! You're imagining things. No one followed us. And didn't you already throw the knife away? Leave the parlor. I could deal with that. But what about our daughter? Are you going to abandon Beryl too? Hearing her name, the girl turns. Clarine rushes to her bare foot, drops to a crouch, and grabs her by the shoulders. Beryl, you understand, don't you?
Tout ce que j'ai fait. Tu comprends pourquoi je l'ai fait?
Besides, I have to live if I'm to continue to love you. Isn't that right? She examines her mother's twisted, frantic expression. Papa. Damien stares at his daughter in surprise. Her eyes rest on her mother with a faint, unreadable interest.
Ça va.
We had best not disturb her. Maman will be fine. So she did confront that question. And now she has now become paranoid. She told her that at the exact time, maybe. I mean, you should not figure out, like, the future, maybe. Like, she did say bluntly, truthfully, yeah, I would not know my future. Madame Clarine had escaped hardship through her will alone.
As you can see,
Facing death, though disordered, and desperate, she revealed the same cord that had once sustained her. For 15 days after hearing the prophecy, she had tried to remain composed.
And then,
For the rest of the month, she did all she could to prevent it, repairing doors and windows, dismissing the servants. By the second month, she no longer dared to step outside, isolating herself even from her husband and child. She carved herself an island in the river of fate, swearing to stay far away from its swirling currents.
it was
Her efforts,
touching.
her efforts were so moving that I almost felt a trace of longing for what she fought for. Before her death, all our conversations had been reduced to a single repeated exchange. Beryl, has my fate changed?
No, Maman.
It's gonna be like that for every single day. Wow. How fortunate to come on a day Mademoiselle Beryl is willing to divine. But is your mother well? She's been ill for so long now. It must be 2 years now, mustn't it?
Peut-être.
My mother has never stopped resisting her disease. Perhaps she may recover after all. That's just wonderful. So, Madame Celine, what troubles you? My husband hasn't returned home in several days. A vision strikes abruptly. It flashes before Beryl's eyes. Her mother draws open the curtains. Harsh sunlight falls upon her pale face. A fine day indeed. Perfect for a little walk, I'd say. After years of silence, her voice is hazy and mumbling. She turns back into the room, takes an old dress from the wardrobe, and changes out of her yellowed house robe. Mademoiselle Beryl? She gazes outward, watching the woman in the vision. Clarine sits at the dressing table, carefully arranging her hair. She smiles at the mirror, releasing the tension long locked in her brow. She looks at peace, as if nothing in the world could trouble her. She leaves the room and walks toward the front door. Beryl, is this the last you'll see of me?
C'est mon choix.
Then let me tell you, this is my choice. She speaks directly into the open air. Then she opens the door and steps out of the home she has not left in 2 years. Mademoiselle, are you alright? Clarine walks along the street toward the parlor. Oh, Madame Clarine, you've recovered, haven't you? Have you? Thank you for your concern. I am well. In fact, I've never felt better. She gracefully greets them, then takes her leave. She enters a narrow alley. She must pass through it to reach the street with the parlor. But Clarine would never emerge at the other end of that alley. It's a mugging, wasn't it? An alley robbery. An alley robbery. Mademoiselle Beryl! The diviner returns to herself amid Madame Celine's anxious calling. No one present senses what is about to occur.
C'est le destin.
Yes, this is fate. My apologies, Madame Celine. I was distracted for a moment. Oh, that's quite alright. Are you well? The young diviner smiles faintly.
Ça va.
Just fine, madame.
Le destin
Fate-
est immuable.
Fate is unchangeable. Yeah. Not sure she was supposed to say that in French, but I guess her mother kind of gave up and just went with fate's course. Madame Clarine failed. On that day, she chose her own end.
I was grateful.
I was grateful to her, not only for her love as a mother, but because she confirmed for me the true nature of fate.
Fate is a woven net, and we the prey, caught between the fibers. And yet, it leaves us just enough space to breathe. Enough to make us believe we still have the freedom to choose a path. Which is, in fact, the only one left to us. It was touching.
The romanticism is charming, but is there truly any difference between those who believe in free will and those who surrender to fate? Like my mother, who exhausted every avenue, even withdrew herself from the world, only to delay the ending by a fraction. That brief, fierce strength that once shone in her would continue to play out in countless others. I enjoyed observing them, and yet I knew none would be the exception.
What I saw was a glimpse of the future.
Fate has many names: absolute force, absolute will, the supreme law, the endless light from the radiant Sephiroth. Beneath its glow, there is no difference between me and them, thus naturally I have no need for me. Ooh, I almost didn't read that in time. How dost thou view the storm? We better go back to Arcana's conversation. Truthfully, I have no idea. Another puzzle. Let's do it. Okay. Yet again. Tap on the fragment. Alright, let's figure this out. We could go here. We could... Right. Okay. Okay. Alright, I gotta figure that to be the edge here. I think that's right. An unexpected outcome. What? Did I get it wrong? Or is this multiple puzzles? Or is she trying to... Let's see. Let's see if I can get this right. Let's see. Something still amiss. Is this where she doesn't see fate changing? I think I completed the puzzle twice, but she can't see a clear picture, right? Rain once again flows upward. The people swallow gold. Inside the safe house, a crystal has shattered into star-like fragments, and Beryl's face flickers in their glow. She picks up one of the fragments and runs her fingers across it.
I am afraid this is not what I was looking for.
This is not the crystal the ritual requires. Okay. What next, then? If people are eating gold, I think we were in chapter 1, I believe. Is that... Yayashki? After another long trek, Bloom finally arrives in the Ural Mountains. The freezing wind bites at her. I'm half near frozen. Honestly, Adele, you take Beryl's word as law now. You nigh on kill yourself finding a stone for Beryl, only for her to shatter it yet another failed ritual, then set out searching all over again. Aren't you tired of this? Madame Bourniche's ritual seems extremely difficult. Some failures are bound to happen. Is that really your belief, or are you simply allowing her to toy with you in the name of adventure? This is Beryl Bourniche, ma chérie. Other lesser diviners may acquire rare and pure crystals, but when she has ever cared about such things? Even to sustain life, she only needed a most ordinary white crystal. Yet now she gambles with the success of the ritual on stones, which were once nothing but replaceable trinkets to her.
Unbelievable.
And what utter tosh! Is Beryl really so inept? Madame Bourniche's abilities aren't what they once were what? I got this backwards. aren't what they once were. Perhaps she truly does require stronger conduits now. Conduits! And what's wrong with that, Felicien continues to chuckle to herself. At any rate, I do enjoy watching her stammer. Miss Bloom, this way. Just as Felicien finishes speaking, a bright voice calls out. A girl waves from not far away. Bloom looks toward the sound and freezes in shock.
Mina? What are you doing here?
Mina? Mina. Why is that name familiar? Mina. The white crystal orb glimmers softly, a faint face shimmering from within it. You met Mina, the girl you befriended while searching for stones in Delhi? That's right, but now she calls herself Asiya. She says she's a Bashkir, and a guide for the mines. She even claims she's never left these mountains. Far away in the mining region, Broom had returned to her temporary lodging and locked the door. She took out the orbiculum Beryl gave her and called upon Beryl.
But...
Though Asiya's appearance and manner differ from the Mina I met in Delhi, they are the same person. The diviner considers it for a long moment, then lets out a soft, knowing laugh. The same person with a different identity.
I see.
So that's how it is. What does that mean? Beryl casts an unnoticeable glance at the parlor window. A faint silhouette approaches.
Adele.
This is not the moment to talk, Adele. Continue your searching for the dementoid. I shall be in contact soon. Who dare approaches? The orbiculum dims, followed by a knock at the parlor door. Come in, Mr. Forget-Me. I was wondering when we meet him again. Forget-Me-Not. He's the dude that plays the piano as his arcanum. Weird. I'm gonna see if I can... Wait. The usually polite alchemist appears uncharacteristically tense. So, Madame Boniche, what is your answer? It has been 2 or 3... I can't remember if it's 2 years or 3 years since I've played the game. Maybe 2. But it has been a while since I've seen this dude. He only shows up in Chapter 1. And then at the... I think part of the event in... Not sure if it's Last Evenings on Earth, I think. I'm not too sure. Or was it... San Francisco. The one in San Francisco. Yeah.
Interesting, indeed.
A resurrection ritual is indeed interesting. Her calm expression reveals nothing. Your daughter Matilda is in the Foundation. As a mother, it would be easy for you to ask her to retrieve a few materials from the Arcanum Containment Department. What is it that you're hesitating over? My daughter and I have not spoken for quite some time. Making contact may not be wise. Then allow me to give you a reminder. You can't sit on the fence forever. In the end, you'll choose a side.
I am afraid not.
Both Manus Vindicti and the Foundation are my collaborators. It is not so complicated as you imagine. Impatience never leads to successful business, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. Allowing time for consideration is a necessary step. I see. Then on the fence you'll stay. Realizing there is no use in continuing, he stands and shakes his hand. Ever since Paris, you've become difficult to contact, and you have grown increasingly distant from our cause. She was never in your cause to begin with, nor in the Foundation's. At the door, he turns back to look at her. You know very well that you cannot survive the rain alone. You mustn't detach yourself from the world, Madame Borniche. Late at night, the orbiculum glows once more.
What?
You mean these people are anomalies caused by the storm?
However,
It is only my supposition. Until we fully understand this storm, we cannot say for certain whether it is true. No, it's logical, really. When the disorder of an era reaches a certain threshold, the storm washes everything away and returns it to a fragment of the past. The problem is, the disorder hasn't been completely corrected. So identical identities appear in different forms, and identical people appear with different identities.
But...
Yet none of them can truly be regarded as the same person. Well done, Adele. You have taken another step to understanding the truth of the storm. For example, Mr. I forgot the butler's name. Anderson? I'm going to call him Anderson. Or Henderson. I think he's either Henderson or Anderson. I don't know. Basically, he would become the Mr. Duncan, I believe. That's a prime example. The truth of the storm. I still can't fathom why or how it forms or what its origin is.
But there's one thing I know for certain.
How the storm must be defined. Oh?
This storm? It's an utter disaster. Playing with people's lives like toys.
Amidst it, even the greatest treasures lose their value. A menace vindictive seeks to control it.
Yes. It has only brought disaster.
Yeah, it does. Agreement between Broom and Beryl is exceedingly rare. It leaves Broom stunned. Fate should be immutable, an ever-flowing river. Nothing should be able to deviate from its course. And yet, in correcting its fallacies, it has been reduced to mechanical vulgarity, a tool to be exploited. It is no longer what it simply is.
The rainwater has eroded the edifice of fate. Cracks have etched their way deep into its foundation.
The orbiculum falls silent on both ends. Broom is struck speechless, while Beryl sinks into thought. Finally, a mocking voice breaks the stillness. Of course, Felicien. So this is why you're on edge, Beryl? I mean, of course, with the rain changing time itself, it can also try to mess with fate. Oh boy. I think we're almost closer to the end, I believe. So we could take in those sides. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Whew. Miss Broom, are you really leaving now? But we still haven't found the Dementoid we're looking for. I'm sorry, Asia, but I have to go. Her days of adventure are pleasant, but their outcomes are often not what they hoped. Why? This is all so sudden. 2 days ago, Beryl urged them to return as soon as possible. With Forget-Me-Not no longer providing her with precise intelligence, she could only rely on weekend divination to judge their movements. The pendulum revealed to her Menace Vindictate's acceleration efforts, meaning the storm could come at any moment. But she cannot speak this reason out loud. Have we disappointed Madame Boyniche? Does she no longer wish to work with us? No, Asia. You're overthinking it. Asia's urgency leaves Broom uncertain of how to answer. In any case, don't worry about Madame Boyniche's thoughts. And most importantly, Asia, you all must take care of yourselves. Yep. A week after Broom's return to Paris, the world melts into an expressionistic oil painting. This was during Vienna. So we're on the 9th storm, I think. Or was it the 8th? Because I think this was back in chapter 7. Yeah, this was in chapter... Was it 7? Yeah. This was in Vienna. Yeah, it was. Beryl prepares the ritual, glancing curiously at Broom. Since India, You have changed when facing the storm. It's not about the gemstones. The only meaning in all this is in the world after the storm comes to an end.
But
If I'm trying to reach that world, I must find the truth about the rain. That's what I've learned from you, but...
Madame Boanish,
Do you know, Madame Boinish? In the same breath that Isia said goodbye, she spoke of her worry that you no longer wished to work for them, not knowing that their futures would be all cut in an instant. With limited time at our disposal, that is the inevitable result. I find no disappointment in it. Besides, I have found a substitute. On the table, an olive green aventurine glimmers faintly. But this time, I may only be able to make slight adjustments to the ritual itself. I still can't do it, Madame, detaching myself from the world as you do. To be completely clean of it all. At her words, Beryl's hands stop mid-movement. She stares at the aventurine, and the smile fades from her face. Madame Boinish, what's wrong? Isn't that... I am clicking, aren't I? Okay, there was a slight little delay in the game for some reason. I clicked about 11 times before it just goes away here. I don't know, just here. So the diviner doesn't answer. Her thoughts sink somewhere very deep. So the great diviner finally refuses to keep spinning in place, does she? Felician's mockery does not reach her. Beryl rises and looks off. Not to a window, but a wall. Though she cannot see it, she knows the rain has begun its washing of the world. It will soon be molded into a new shape. She stands at that shore, watching the rain fall before her, vanish and fall again, over and over. You mustn't detach yourself from the world, Madame Boinish.
The fates of many commingle here. Her stream is deeply entangled with your own.
Beryl lowers her head and lets out a long sigh, as if relieved of the weight of a weight. When her face lifts again, she has returned to her usual composure.
I have been watching from the riverbank for too long.
She gathers the crystals laid out on the table and places them back into her luggage one by one. Madame, what's wrong? Will you not perform the ritual?
Adele,
Once this storm has passed, go to the parlour and bring me all the white crystals. Those which hold no impurities, understood? Honestly, do you really intend to go on with these pointless... Those white crystals will serve another purpose. In the dim, scattered points of light drift in her eyes. So those gemstones were worthless after all? Beryl smiles, so she does not deny it. Then you intend to... It is time we gave our guest his answer. We cannot leave the gentleman waiting forever. Beryl stands at the entrance of her home, waiting patiently. The same door where, all those years ago, Clarine stepped out and dove headfirst into her current. I must say, you surprised me. I didn't expect you to be the one to contact me. Tell me, why the change of heart?
I am afraid not.
There has been no change. You are still my client, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. I agree. I will procure the War Lion's tail for your ritual. After the storm, the Foundation will be in chaos. Finding someone easily influenced within the Arcanum Containment Department will not prove difficult, and that person is the... I think this was taking place in the Chinatown one, right? I forgot her name, but she is a... I guess... part of that containment thing? Maybe? But you must give me the payment I am owed. All information regarding the resurrection ritual. What are you going to use it for? And I'm trying to think if she's going to use it on... to help her with Broom reviving her friend Celicia. Cecilia, yeah. I think this might be the last one as well, and one final puzzle. Who knows? Aria in the rain. Pop my bones real quick. Where is this at? Ushuaia. Okay, so now we're in Ushuaia. That prison, I think, in the Chile. Oh, I didn't understand. It just confirmed to me that every time I go to these events, and confirms that people in this game are totally freaking insane. Weird. Like, who would revel and dance around inside a flaming prison? Of all things. And are all artists and literature writers. It's a weird concept, though. At the edge of the earth, at the southernmost point of human dwelling, 800 nautical miles south lies the white wasteland that covers the South Pole. Ushuaia. Oh wait, this ain't the Chile one, isn't it? I think this might be the present one. There, an event that may overturn the order of life is about to unfold. I imagine Mr. Forget-Me-Not is suffering at this moment. The diviner's hands over the roar lion's tail. A moth lands upon it, fluttering its wings. It's Grace, isn't it? The alchemical accident upset him greatly. But as long as the ritual succeeds, his failure will be remedied. I didn't expect you actually retrieve it from the Arcanum Containment Department.
As you can see...
An honest transaction. I'm gonna say this once, her boss fight, I loved the song in that boss fight. I liked it. So, there is an abandoned outpost in the city. You may stay there. Beryl takes the map Grace offers, and watches as she leaves.
Madame Boanish.
Well, madame, what now? Only after the moth has flown far does Broom cautiously step forward. Let us warm ourselves at a cafe first. We must be patient. I thought you would insist on going to Antarctica. She savors the richness of the latte cupped in her hand, finally letting herself relax. A rare day since the storm, one that requires no frantic travel.
I am afraid not.
Antarctica will soon fall into chaos. There the Foundation and Manus Venditti will clash. Going now would only hinder my plans.
As you can see...
Ushuaia is the best choice, close to the vortex's center, yet unobstructed, unobtrusive. So in the end, you did cooperate with Manus Vindictae.
But...
Won't that harm Matilda? While I shared some of the information she shared, I did not disclose any true secrets. Matilda must come to understand that she and I are fundamentally different. We each have our own goals. She must learn to expect this. Besides, Matilda is not as fragile as you imagine. No, she's a powerhouse. Though the fact that she is useless to me because I don't like her ultimate. She ain't strong, I can tell you that. Then this time, will you tell me your purpose? Since sensing the diviner's good mood, Broom chooses her moment carefully. Of course, you have worked diligently, Adele, It is time I told you, please.
For a brief moment, I saw a thread.
Please, let me know. Tell us, why disappearing? When I performed the ritual to seal Felician, I caught a glimpse of a single thread, golden and radiant. She closes her eyes as she tries to recall that fleeting moment. I believe it may be the essence of fate itself, the original form of the endless light. You mean fate has a form? Then your ritual... It's all been to see this golden thread again. Not just in a passing glimpse, but long enough to trace its shape. Then perhaps I will know what fate truly is. This ritual will be entirely different from those in the past. For I have found its ideal medium. As for Lady Arcana, I cannot see her future, nor clearly define her nature.
However,
whether her resurrection succeeds or fails, it will disrupt the false surface of this era. Then an indescribable deluge will rise, which is the flood. And the storm will fall in a magnitude far greater than ever before. So that's why you agreed to help Forget-Me-Not. You want to use their resurrection ritual. Correct. It seems we finally encountered a matter worthy of exciting you, Beryl. The resident of the mineral once again points out Beryl's uncharacteristic honesty.
It's almost friendly of you.
You were
disturbingly so.
Yeah, you were even kind in your explanation. Truly terrifying. Beryl lifts her cup, takes a sip, and hides her smile behind porcelain. Ha! I was still in the yawning. Ha! A deep rumbling, as if from the earth's core, rips Broom from her sleep.
What's going on?
What's happening? She looks around. Beryl is gone, along with the white crystals they brought from the parlor. Where did she go? She rises quickly. As she nears the door, she notices a clear, strange water seeping beneath the doorframe. This is during the flood, isn't it? Bonsong, what's happening? The moment she opens the door, the water surges inward. Broom looks around as the water continues to rise. Residents on the street stare into the distance in terror.
What?
Oh, that's the flood! On the horizon, the deluge makes its advance. Following its line, her eyes fall on Beryl standing not far away. She stands motionless, the water already reaching her calves. White crystals drift around her in the current.
Adele?
Leave her! Right now, we must find a way to survive this flood. No. Something's wrong with Madame Boyniche. Ignoring Felician, Broom runs forward. Madame, what's happening? The diviner stares off into the distance, unable to hide her joy.
Most unexpected.
Though I have never been able to foresee the storm, I never expected that it could take this shape. Broom grabs Beryl's arm. Madame Boyniche, if this really is the storm, we need to get back inside. No. Breaking from her trance, she slips herself free from Broom's grasp. I will conduct the ritual here. Out here? Then how will you survive?
Leave her alone, Adele.
She intends to use herself as the medium. She will replace the gemstone and become the ritual center. You are indeed the more perceptive of the two. Broom just stands stunned as the pendulum drops from the diviner's palm. There is no medium in this world more suitable than myself.
Adele.
You have stood at the crossroads of others' fates. I now stand in the same place. Through me, the spiritual and material converge. I must step into the ring if I am to see fate which has sucked it. Shit. A clear light engulfs Broom, stripping away her will.
No need to worry.
Do not worry. The safe house is close. When the ritual is complete, I will return. Whether I succeed or fail, There is still much to be done. Go now, Adele. Beryl turns to face the rushing flood. Behind her, Adele staggers back toward the safe house. Come, storm. Wash over me. She waits patiently as the water rises past her knees, her waist, then her chest. The wave stands before her like a giant that then descends mercilessly.
Cette double, cette porte, cet entour révèle les séphirotes.
She sinks beneath the surface. I could tell you, she commits. And puzzles. A piece unlike any before. Oh, hell no. This is my hell, isn't it? I'm trying to solve puzzles. Puzzles, of all things. Alright. That's gotta be a top part, right? Or this part. Alright. I'm gonna start with the edges. I'm gonna try to start with the edges. Because once I figure out the edges, I could get started with the main puzzle pieces here. So we're trying to find the string. It's fate. It is literally fate we're trying to find here. Okay. We're on to a good start, I believe. Okay. Aha, there we go. I found part of the string. I found part of the string. That's here. So, let's see. Alright, I could find more of the string itself. I'm not gonna I know something sticks in there. There we go. Alright, something's gotta go over here as well. There we go. Alright, now I can faintly see this. Faintly see it. Okay, there it is. That's gotta give over here. Alright. There he is. Complete at last. We found the string of fate. So that was what she was trying to see before during their rituals. She tries to find fate, I believe. So what she will see? Ooh. I'm gonna guess that she will gain her secondary insight, I believe. I'm not sure. Ooh. That's pretty.
I see.
So this is your form. God. Again, you gotta give kudos to the developers, to Blue Epoch, or at least the Reverse 1999 team, for making such a beautiful artwork right here. Really. It's as if she has dived inside the crystal ball. A glistening golden thread is reflected in the distance.
I have been watching from the riverbank for too long.
She reaches toward the thread, but her fingertips meet only a cold, glassy surface. Since the storm divorced it of the clarity of fate's governance, the world has fallen into chaos. I wavered because I was disappointed by what already was, but...
How can one truly know the river if they never step into it?
The golden light trembles. She hears something like the breath of fate. I was narrow-minded.
Most unexpected.
To think that thought and language could describe you, that mere fragments of experience could define you. It's just a simple line. A simple string. Simple. How dost thou view the storm? Indeed. How do you view it? Lady Arcana had her answer long ago. She simply offered me a question worth pursuing. And at last I see you again, Golden Thread. The advent of the storm was a disaster indeed, and it fractured your holy face. But it also opened a rift in the experiential world.
A rift through which the prisoners of fate chanced to glimpse you. And only when they laid eyes upon you could they understand. You are disordered, yes, but
Tu es absolument et de façon inattendue à couper le souffle.
Breathtaking indeed. She sighs. Then she empties her mind and simply watches. But the stillness does not last. Her body has already begun to dissolve. So this is the price. The crystalline surface begins to fracture, pushing her further away. But I have no regrets. Her eyes remain open, refusing to close them for even a moment. Who is that? The dim afterimage of her fading sight, a girl stands in the void, wearing a top hat. It's Furton. Furton. Alright, she sees us. As a player. Madame Boyniche! The desperate call pulls her from the dissolution. So she survived? Did she? I hope. As she opens her eyes, they meet a familiar ceiling. Confusion shadows her sallow face. Sallow face. I'm trying to pronounce that right. I survived.
Goodness!
Thank goodness you're awake. Broom leans over her. Hypnosis? In order to perform the ritual, you subconsciously preserved your strength. The hypnosis was shallow. A single breath from Fofo dispelled it. The dragon on her shoulder flicks its tail. Good job, boy. When I returned, the flood had retreated, and the storm turned to rain again. Luckily, I was able to bring you back. Broom pauses. I'm sorry I interrupted your ritual.
you have done well.
No, you did well, Adele. She extends her hand, prompting Broom to help her sit up. The ritual has drained everything from her. She is weaker than ever before. I succeeded. She smiles with a quiet satisfaction, recalling the faint silhouette she saw in the water.
There is someone I must see.
Once I recover, there is someone I must see. The end. And I think it's the moment where she met Furton, I believe. She will have to meet Furton. At all. So with that, your life story. The storm threw everything out of order, names and destiny reshaped and formed. I cannot help but wonder, my dear daughter, if it changed yours too. Oh, damn. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out... Oh, we're gonna try to find her image, I believe. Oh, great. It's gonna be hell. I'm gonna have to figure out how to find these images. Alright. You know me. Alright, we're gonna start with the top here, if I hope to find what I needed. Yeah, alright. Alright. I'm gonna take each shape and hopefully I can put it together here. There we go. Let's see what we can do here. Nope. There we go. How about... There we go. Alright, right. What if it's over here? Or over here? I'll have to figure it out somehow. Alright, it's gotta be either... Could it be here? There we go. I have seen your story play out countless times. A flawless gem hides nothing. And yet, I still have hope that the storm has brought you something new. Something unseen. Oh boy, this is gonna be the longest pulse I've ever done here. And it's, could it be here? Right, alright. We're slowly putting it together. Okay, let's see. I think this goes here. Let's see. What else goes here? Ah, I see you now. I see you now. Alright. I'm going insane over this. There we go. Okay, could be either here or... Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. Getting very, very close. I see you now. How curious. Even the gem I know best has turned cloudy and unclear. But perhaps this is for the best. After all, it is uncertainty that which excites me most of all. Let's see. There is no amount of effort which will make the future any clearer. Perhaps we ought to stop here, whether joy or sorrow awaits. What matters most is the experience she is soon to live through. I only hope that one day she could tell me herself about that which I have yet to see. So that is Matilda's headband. And we completed that challenge. And with that, it's done. We got everything challenge done. But I just don't know whether or not I should do her survey. I can do that real quick. Hope you guys don't mind, right? Alright, since I have yet to obtain Beryl Boynish, let's learn about her abilities. So, self-bust, stacks of vision, mental damage, stacks of halo, and then her ultimate here that deals lots of mental damage. So, preferred people with, I guess, with Isolde or Flutter Page and you. I want to learn more about her.
Let the curtain rise.
Alright, what is the Vessel of Radiance? Alright, so, what is this? Extra attacks inflict halo. I could take those off. Let me check. So the blue one, extra action attacks inflict halo, while the green is high-ranked incantation attacks inflict halo destined to gains rank up. Then the purple ones actively cast attacks inflict. Let's try these three individually for now. Then what is this? So when there is a lingering glow user on your team, the Vessel of Radiance is activated. Every time an enemy is afflicted with burn or halo, the lingering glow in the vessel increases. Lingering glow and blood tithe are mutually exclusive. Let's see, some characters can activate certain special effects of Vessel Radiance. Right, so let's do the debuff first. And
What I'm good at.
there we go.
Fate has revealed itself to you.
Alright, let's
The
see.
tremors of fate.
These sheets are my wings. The show must go on. Stay away from me.
Hey, don't hurt the daughter.
Oi! This ain't your letter.
Alright, so let's see. Alright.
I can hear it.
Let's see.
It is here. Oh look, here's another
Let's go.
one.
Ooh, there it goes. Oh, I see it now. Alright. So I'm guessing the ultimate decides based on this, I believe.
Oi! This ain't your letter! I said go away! Oh, be careful!
Right. Alright. Then there's that thing. What is that? Okay. Oh, the gem's acting. So the gem automatically does more. Okay. So what's this? Gains fast activation. Do the ultimate. Let's go with the buff and you and
Dérive
you.
dans le flot des séphirotes.
Let's do the debuff too.
Soffoca il sangue! Soffoca il sangue!
It's been a while since I used Isolde. Damn! I'm starting to wonder why I should want to get Beryl.
We're not afraid of you!
Or Beryl. Or Broom. I think Broom is the same thing with the lingering glow character.
Be careful! Oi! This angel left us!
Okay, let's see. Wow. That's just gonna keep on attacking, isn't it? Alright, go with this here. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. Let's make you into... Damn it. Didn't mean to click it. So click you, drag you here. Buff you, and do the ultimate. Alright, I'm gonna go normal speed to see what it looks like on her side. Damn, okay.
We'll find our home one day.
Alright.
Faites en tout révèle des séphirotes.
Alright. I can dig it. Oh. Alright. Now I really gotta be pulling for Beryl now. Beryl. Alright, Flutter Page. Dear daughter. You got this. As soon as I upgrade your abilities. Alright. Let's precast. Buff.
Dérive dans le flot des séphirotes.
Yes, I got this. I can do it.
And
The
attack.
wind blows through you and through me. Oh, be careful.
The tremors of fate.
Higher than a bell tower, and even the clouds. Rise and shine.
This has been an interesting game so far. At least this mode.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
What the? It just uses her abilities there. That's cool. So this thing just randomly selects any like arcane moves here and just uses it. Wow.
The curtain has fallen.
I think I know what I'm going to spend my money on. Alright, so that is it for the Long Reign of Fate. We have done Beryl's anecdote story, I truly believe. And it is, in fact, mind-bending for me because it is trying to figure out what is going... Like, one point in the story, main story, or at least in the San Francisco story, or is it the Chinatown one? Patilda was searching for her mother. She went to her house and find out that she was missing, I think. And big question: will we ever meet her mother? I guess. And we did. A mysterious woman, indeed. And I guess she found what she was looking for. And now I don't know if she's gonna continue eluding the Foundation and Manus Vindicte. Maybe she's got plans. Everyone's got plans. Will we meet again? Who knows? But I would say this, that in the next video I will do the anecdote of the event, which is Matilda's. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. So thank you all for watching this video, and I really do hope you enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give this video a like or dislike. Any comments would be helpful if you have anything to say about Beryl's story as well. And is she Mother of the Year? Maybe. I mean, she just actually faced the flood just to see a string of fate and survived. So yeah, kudos to that. And if you guys have any oh wait, that's not the right question. I would say and if you guys want to support my channel by clicking that subscribe button, please, I would love for you to do so. Check out my channel, look at all my videos that I've made throughout the year, or at least my 3 years in YouTube. And I hope you guys enjoy those videos as well. Like, share the videos if you want, share my channel if you like. I would love for you all to check out my channel and support my channel by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell of when I will post these videos in YouTube. And yeah, that is all I gotta say. Until Broom comes out with her anecdote, I will continue trying my best, trying to get her Beryl as well. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the videos. Peace out. Have an awesome weekend. Until then, bye.